Namaste, beautiful souls, and welcome to my very first episode of Truth and Tarot Time. Guests, guidance, and tarot wisdom. And I am so excited to kickstart this podcast with two lovely ladies, two lovely Dutch ladies who actually met on my online Learn to Read Tarot course. So I can't think of anyone better to start this Truth and Tarot time. We've got the lovely Laila Hendrix and the lovely Henna Gardenslen. And they both have I'm interested to hear their unique tarot journey because one of the things I'm very interested in is, or helping people read tarot their own unique way, because tarot reading is a journey. So we will be looking at their readings, their interpretations, and their guidance. But first, I just want to say welcome, Lila, and welcome, Henna.
Thank you.
It's so lovely
Hi,
to have you here. So yes, I
thank
pulled
you
the
for having
cards.
us.
I pulled some cards, and I'll just briefly go through the message that's come through from these cards. Maybe we'll have a little comment about that, and then we'll look at your cards, and then we'll see what happens. We're just going to go with the flow. Um, what's come up for me is the Three of Swords, which of course refers to past hurt, sometimes the need for forgiveness, or sometimes it could be the need to reframe past hurts. Um, we've got the Four of Swords, which is about relaxing, retreating, rejuvenating, or I would say now, solitude, silence, and stillness, giving yourself that self-care, because it's that stillness that brings up whatever it is that we need. So I think it is about releasing old emotions and density from our energy field. We also have the Two of Cups, which is your soulmates and people that cross your path in order to help you with this process. And we were talking before we recorded about how our paths have come together and how it just feels so aligned, and we don't always know why or what's happening, but we just have to follow that excitement. And that's the soulmates coming in, which is a very healing thing, completely healing. And the last card coming up was the Judgment card. Archangel Gabriel saying you're being called, and we don't always know why we're being called, but we are following that calling, right, ladies?
Yeah,
We had
yeah.
an idea. I was talking to Henna, and we were talking about doing a video, and then after that, I had the idea to do Truth and Tarot Time, and it just happened. So I think that message was quite clear. And in the process, this is something that is coming to me now. We can use all these modalities to help with healing and releasing this. Of course, we can use a lot of modalities, whether it be yoga or emotion code or all these things, but also just by living our purpose and co-creating with our soulmates puts us in alignment, and that alignment is our purpose. And that in that, when we're in that alignment, healing occurs naturally when we give ourselves this time and this space. So, does that resonate with you, ladies?
Well, Deborah, thanks again for having us. I'm so excited, and I'm sure Lila is too. We've had such a lovely time just thinking about it. You know, they say the road to your destination is far more fun than your destination itself. But this is fun too, and it's you see the cards that you drew, the Three of Hearts, then the Four of Swords,
The
then
Three of
the Two of
Swords.
Cups.
Yeah.
Oh, the Three of Swords. I said heart. The Three of Swords, and then the Four of Swords, and then the um, yes, and then the Two of Cups, and then at the end the Justice card. To me, what came in is the cycle. It's the cycle of life, isn't it? First, you get a bit of the suffering. You don't know what's happening to you. With that one, you don't know what's happening to you. Your heart is there. It's bouncing. You want to know what's going on, especially now in these exciting times that we're living in. Full moon in Scorpio and everything. You feel it, and you feel the suffering too. If not yours, then suffering from others. And then comes the next card that you drew. That you talked about silence. That's it. Draw. Just go within and be silent. And for many people, it's so difficult, including myself. It's so difficult to withdraw when everything is coming in and is coming in. You say, no, no, no. I want the silence. I want to hear my own inner voice. I want to listen to what's going on in me. And then the answer will come because your next card is the card of fulfillment. You and the other. It can be you and your partner. It can be, sisters, brothers, the world outside, the inner world and the outside world. So there comes the clarity after the silence. I want to be together. I cannot do it alone. I have to do it with somebody
Mm.
else, we're all tied together. And as we are here, the three of us, this card is what came in and they said, that's it. That's the card. That's the suffering. If I bring it back to Laila and me, that's the suffering we were doing. Are we going to make it? Because we're debutants in the tarot card readings, and then comes the reflection. Yes, of course we're going to do it. Why not? And here's the aha moment. Here we are together, the three of us, and the Justice card, which is not judging, but it's so revealing, isn't it?
It's your
It's
life
revealing.
purpose. It's your life purpose to follow that.
Thank you.
And
Thank
this one
you.
also for me is also, and yes, it is about soulmates, but it's also about your relationship with your higher self,
Yeah,
which comes
absolutely. See
from
that.
the silence.
Yes, yes. Beautiful, isn't it?
I think so. I'm glad you.
Yeah.
I have, if I may say something about the cards, I'm looking always as the cards read to me, or I read the cards as a process. So first of all, I see um, the swords. I work with the elements, and the swords is for me always the thinking mode. So the brain is coming in. So something you expected is not what you thought it was in the tree, and then you are disappointed. Or could be disappointed because it's not a it's a brain thinking what you are doing, but not with your heart. So this is for me. And then the four, reflect on it and think about it, because then you know, okay, I'm not working with my heart. It's what I take out of the cards. And then the next one is the cups. Your emotions, your heart is really in the reading. Is like a process. And the next one, judgment, is like a rebirth. So it's a state of mind with reflecting. You come out of that. The cups is connecting you with your higher self because now your emotions are with in the process, and then it's like rebirth. Yeah, this is what I'm seeing in the process, from the cards.
Mm. And it's very appropriate for all of our journeys at this time, right?
Yes,
There's
yes.
so much new coming in, and we don't have to think about it because it's going to come
No,
through us anyway. So it's not about thinking and struggling and striving. It's actually quite the opposite, isn't it? It is about looking after yourself, the self-love and the care, and the silence and the stillness, and the ideas come. And it is about interacting because if Henna and I hadn't had that conversation, we wouldn't have talked about doing a video, and then I wouldn't have had the idea probably to do Truth and Tarot Time. And who knows where it's all going? And you guys have got some lovely seeds planted, haven't you, that you're going to work together on later on, which is beautiful. So yeah, I'm loving that. We're living the messages from the cards, aren't we? Living the wisdom from the cards. But Laila, you pulled your own cards, didn't you, for today? Do you want
Yeah.
to share, do you want to share what you've got?
Uh, for myself, it's typical. Also the swords. I'm like the kind of yes,
Mhm.
I want to succeed, and
It's the
from my
Knight of
mind,
Swords. Yes, it's the Knight
yeah,
of Swords.
the Knight of Swords, and then I'm fast thinking, and I'm right into. I jump in the water, and then I think, can I swim or not? And then they come a panic. Oh my God! So this is typical how I want to do it. This is how I know myself. But the next card for the group, it made me really, really happy. It was the Six of Wands. Maybe you can see it, Six of Wands.
Mhm.
And then it's like, yeah, your purpose and your to get seen, sees and victory, but also excitement and being together, make some, yeah, in this case, the podcast together. So make it from your ideas, put it into the world, and we don't know what it will be or is, but it's like a succeed for me already because we did it. And you, Deborah, you put it here on earth. So this was really, really nice to see. I have to breathe slowly because I'm really was nervous. But the group card, it was really like a completion. In this case, we did it. We now are online and we made the podcast. Thanks to you, Deborah.
That's perfect. That's perfect. So you just had the two cards, the Knight of Swords and the Six of Wands.
Yeah.
Perfect. And what came to my mind when you were saying that, see, I don't think it's about the outcome. I think it's about the self-expression. It's like you said, it doesn't matter what happens, does it? We don't know what's going to happen. For me, I think the important point is the self-expression, the fact that we did it. That's what your Six of Wands is telling
Yeah.
you. It's
Yeah.
like we did it. It doesn't matter whether anyone watches or not. It doesn't matter what happens. It maybe even the recording doesn't work. That's not the relevant stuff. The relevant stuff is that we expressed, I think it's all about expressing who we really are and expressing our destiny, allowing our destiny to be expressed through us. And the other thing that came to me, we were talking about impulsive with the Knight of Swords,
Yeah.
because we do now have Uranus in Gemini. So it moved from Taurus, which is all stable and earthy and grounded, into Gemini. It was last weekend. It's now so we've got Uranus in Gemini, which is an air sign, which is a little bit flighty, like the Knight of Swords. But Uranus is about freedom, and it's also about breaking away from traditions, liberation, things like that, and being impulsive. It's about change, and
Yeah.
being impulsive. So, of course, impulsiveness has a shadow and a city.
Yeah, it
Because
has.
we can do things impulsively, when we're not meant to, perhaps. But then when we allow our divinity to flow through us, it also feels impulsive because you just can't not do it. So yeah, those cards to me really fit with the astrology at the moment as well. The
Okay,
Uranus. Because
yes.
Gemini, of course, is about communication, ruled by Mercury. So it's about communication, social media, talking.
Nice.
Yeah, it's perfect, isn't it?
Mm.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, you're
Um,
welcome.
but also you're very into numerology, aren't you? Do you
Yes, I
bring that
am.
into your tarot reading?
Yes, especially the last one, the Six of Wands, and six for me is about love and self-love. So the thing you are doing is for me a part of self-love. I show myself to the world, expression, as you said, with uh, a group of three persons, but we have, as we talked before, it's not because I want to show me, because more to show to the world. You can interpretate, what do you say, the cards in a different way. So it's your uniqueness. You can say it like that, I hope.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's what I want to share with you. And you, Deborah, was if we learned tarot, you always said bring your own uniqueness into the cards, and I felt like that. So this is for me a really important message. I work with the tarot, but as a Laila way, in the Laila way.
It's perfect. That's what it's all about, isn't it? We don't all want to be
Yeah.
reading the tarot the same. So
Mm.
I love that. But I love the way that six is love for you, because of course in the major arcana, sixes is the lover's card. So
Aha.
is it connected to that? No, it was just for you from numerology. It just
Yes.
shows how
But
everything's connected, doesn't it?
but Deborah, I had like a hand palm course for a few years in Amsterdam, in Holland. And then I had the numerology, and then I had the tarot. And they all work with planets, they all work with astrology. So I think they worked together in a previous time, maybe for 1,000 years ago, 100, I don't know. And then they split. This is my idea, but they have certain, what do you say, connections to each other, because we work also with planets and we will also work with elements. So I think it's it's nice to have those things you can work with together.
Exactly. And they all connect, and even that connection, because I know that Henna does yin yoga. And
Mm.
I remember from some yin yoga as well. Well, yoga in general, but especially yin yoga is very connected to the elements as well. There are postures that we do at different seasons because of the elements. And the elements are connected to the seasons, of course. So, yeah, you can bring yoga in as well. It's all connected, isn't it? Do you, are you pulling cards, Henna?
Well, I just want to extend what you're saying. It's all connected. Yes, it's all connected, and that to me is, it's mind blowing, because whether you're interested in the Kabbalah and you read the Kabbalah and you go for the numbers in the Kabbalah, the sixth in the Kabbalah, for example, is all about self-sacrifice. It's but in love, that's what it is, isn't it too? Love is not egoistic. It's also a bit of self-sacrifice. It's giving. In the Kabbalah, it's giving. It's very generous, and that's also what love is. So although it's not described as a lover's number. Love is all embedded in it. And yes, I was doing my cards. You know why? Because the two cards that I drawn, I put them back in, and when I was looking for them, I couldn't find them. So I decided to draw a card right now, and just just give you the reading from there.
You're on a different timeline. You've jumped
No,
timelines
I'm
already.
a different timeline. I drew the Seven of Cups.
Ah,
Oh, beautiful, isn't it? So, yeah, because I had written down in preparation of this streaming, I had drew a card, and that was the Seven of Wands, and of course, I wrote it down what it meant to me. But since I cannot find the card, something came down and said, forget about it. You pick another card. So let's talk about the Seven of Cups. You know, cups is water, it's emotions. There I go again with the the Three of Swords that you drew. You know, although it's not water, but it's thinking. It's in our mind and everything. But you also drew the Four of Swords. You know, and the Two of, was it the Two of Cups?
Hmm.
Yes, the Two of Cups. So it's water and air element if we talk about the elements. But here comes the cup again, emotions, because that's what we're going through all the time. It's our emotions. And lots of people relate to this, you know. They talk about their emotions. They want to hear what um, only be listened to. Last night, when I came home at 11 o'clock, it was almost like a cry message from one of my friends in Holland. And she was going through so much pain, you know, emotions. The pain body is triggered. So what do you do with it? And we're all connected, as we say. So you're not going to go to bed and leave her suffering in my thing. So I called her, and, and
Oh, you've frozen a little bit there, Henna.
oh, um,
Yeah, you froze a little bit there.
yes, I froze there. Did you hear the story about my friend that called last night?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm referring to
yeah.
the Seven of Cups. You know, Laila will probably explain the number seven with numerology, but for me, I have already seven cups. How great is that? You know, and you can share it. You can give it only even if you have one cup, you can share it. And if you don't feel the rawness of the emotions that are going on right now with friends, with family, you can still have a listening ear. You can still just listen. And that was your fourth card, or the card that you drew about the Four of Wands. Silence, listen.
Four of Swords.
Wasn't it that one? Yeah, for the Four of Swords. Listen, just not only to your inner self, but listen to others. Just give them a listening ear, because that's all they want. They don't want your advice, and sometimes your advice doesn't really come in. But anyway, that's the download that I had. How beautiful is this card? Because look at this person here in the front. I see her as my friend who's suffering
Hold it
and
up
who's
to the camera
can
so
you
we
see
can.
it?
Yeah,
Can you see the figure in the
yeah,
front
yeah, we can now.
and totally in black and looking at the sky, the cups, and thinking, oh, I wish, you know, and what a blessing to to recognize that this is not only self-love, it is eternal love. It's love, it's shared love. And I think that's what we're called to do, especially now. Shared love.
Life purpose.
Life purpose. Exactly. Namaste, as you say.
Being called, being called to do. Yeah.
Being
But
called
but
to do.
also, you know, listening to others, it's listening to another part of us, isn't it? Because tuning into
Yeah,
somebody else, we're going to hear something that's relevant for us. It's a part of us. I mean, it's all part of the oneness, isn't it? So
yes,
it's
yeah.
it still comes back to self-love,
It
doesn't
always comes back to self-love. It always does. And I was wondering what Lila has to say about the number seven, because it seems to me like the seven is also a very powerful number, isn't it?
The seven from the numerology, it's like it's one word, experience. So experience, and the picture is also explaining, now I can choose which experience I will do or not do, or because they all I have seven different kind of cups in front of me, what to choose. And you choose one you want to experience. So this is the number connected with this tarot card. Yeah. And then you have your own energy, and the person you pick, the cup, who is emotional, drawn to you, and
Yeah.
you can experience this way of feeling, this connection, or yeah,
Yes.
that's my
Yeah.
explanation with seven.
it?
Yeah.
Choosing from the heart because it's cups,
Yeah,
rather than choosing from the mind.
yeah,
But also because it is traditionally choose wisely. I want to take that to kind of another level because when you're in that alignment that we were talking about earlier on, um, a lot of our actions are choiceless. You're not choosing. They're literally choiceless. You know that you've got to do them. You've got to do them, and to not do them would be really uncomfortable.
yeah.
So
And once
so rather than
wisely,
choose wisely, you're actually just it's choiceless.
Yes. Yes, it is choice. Don't they say happiness is a choice too?
Say that
Happiness
again.
is a choice. Happiness is
Yeah.
a choice. It's a choice. It's innate in all of us, but it's our choice how we make it manifest. And in we have so many of the cups that we can fill. So yeah, that too. Happiness is a choice.
And with that card, I often think of, when you're in the paradigm, when you're in the matrix and you're working and all of this and you're busy, people make choices on financial reasons, for financial basis, or they make choices out of people pleasing and things like that. But when you understand that it's your frequency that's creating your reality, and therefore it's your frequency that's creating your future, you realize that choosing whatever is going to raise your frequency, and expand that joy within you, that's the best choice to make, even if it's going to like cost you more or not bring in so much money, or even if it's going to upset some of your family or whatever. It's really important to choose what's going to expand you, rather than what's going to keep other people happy, or what's going to keep, what's going to make the most money. I mean, people make choices on all sorts of reasons. So the fact that it's cups is a really good sign. It's about choosing from the heart what's actually going to bring you more joy. Because, like you said, Henna, it's choice. Happiness is a choice. And very often we dampen our own happiness by prioritizing other people's happiness, or perceived happiness. Because I honestly believe that when we do what's right for us, it's right for all those around us. It has to be, because everyone around us is a reflection of our frequency. But that's why it's so important to understand this stuff, so that you realize that by what would seem selfish, we're talking about self-love, actually isn't. It's actually the most generous thing you can do for other people. But before you realize all of that, you do tend to make choices based on the people around you or based on your financial situation or coming choices from the ego. You know, I'd like a job with such and such a title, or I don't know. So it is really important to do those two things, following the heart, the emotions, and the self-love, that help you make those choices or help you get in alignment where the choices are choiceless, if that makes sense.
It does. It does. And while you were talking, I was also thinking that not choosing is actually also a choice. Yes, it's
Yeah, I
actually
thought the
also a
same.
choice.
I
Not choosing is a choice too.
yeah,
Yeah. With whatever consequence that choice may bring, but it is a choice too. And then we're called the um, the Four of Swords. We're called to retreat in ourselves, to just be silent, because with the silence, I cannot. You know, I repeat it enough because I want to hear myself say it too. Because that's where as I said in the beginning, is one of the difficult things, to have the silence in my heart, in my inner being, and to go there is will give you downloads. The answers will come. The answers will come, and then you can choose from the heart. Yeah.
Definitely, definitely.
Mm.
Any other guidance that you ladies want to share from the cards or from your own experience, or perhaps from some choices that you've made that were unusual for you or or were choiceless? Any any experiences that we can share?
I think in the not especially an experience, but in this period where we are going in feels for me, I'm Aquarius. I'm thinking a lot, questioning a lot. I feel more that I don't question it, jump and see what's coming out, what the outcome is. Yeah, it's more from I don't know really what's happening, but I'm feeling it's good. I do that. So it's from here to here. And then I think in the bigger picture, I see it for all of us. So from the thinking, it doesn't work like that anymore if your heart is not included. This is what I'm seeing with the cards you drew. It's the same with the cards I had. You have to be all in. So this is the my experience for me. So I'm sometimes I wonder what I'm doing. I'm not reflect on it. I just do. I think that's because it feels good. It
Yeah,
feels good.
yeah. I mean, um, I think you've just covered like the three main points. Or I mean, I call them spiritual lessons or lessons in awakening, of course, but you've just covered all of them. You said jump, which of course is the leap of faith. That is your fool's
Yeah,
card.
yeah, yeah,
Because we have to take leaps of faith if we want to get out of the matrix, if we want to change our situation. And it has to be a leap of faith because, as you said, we don't know what the outcome is.
no,
And the other one, of course, is trusting. I
yeah,
think what makes us able to take these leaps of faith is trusting that our excitement is taking us where we need to go, and also a sense of detachment. Because if we don't get the outcome or an outcome that we prefer, it doesn't matter. It's
yes,
it's that detachment from the outcome as well. And of course, as I just touched on, it's the excitement. You just said, following whatever comes up. That's your excitement, and I think that's um, to me, excitement is the physical translation of your soul being in alignment with its blueprint. you know,
Yeah.
with you being in alignment with what you came here to do. I think when you're in alignment with what you came here to do, it manifests in our physical reality as excitement.
Yeah.
So to follow your excitement, I think is, it takes time to have that trust. It takes time to understand. It's like, that's why it's a leap of faith, because the first step is like, okay, I'm going to follow my excitement. I don't know why or how, and there's going to be a load of people telling me not to do it for whatever reasons. But then also remember that those people that are doubting you are a mirror to the parts of you that are doubting yourself. And so, because you talked about sevens, we talked about sevens, didn't we? And of course, sevens in tarot is don't give up, stand your ground, and especially the Seven of Wands, isn't it? Um, and it's having courage and conviction. And it's difficult to have courage and conviction when you're doing something completely new and different, which is why the trust, the detachment, and the understanding of the importance of following your excitement, they all come in, which give you the impulse, or and also the astrology, because Uranus and Gemini has given us that kick up the backside. So
Yeah.
there could be lots of people doing lots of new things, like you guys with your new venture together. I mean, it's all, yeah, it is all perfect when we follow those lessons, or the wisdom of the cards, or however you want to view it.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You talked about astrology too. I mean, we haven't touched the subject. I'm not an astrologist, and neither are you, right,
No,
Deborah?
I'm not
But
an
you're talking
astrologer. I'm
about,
always saying I'm not an astrologer.
yes. But I'm immensely interested in astrology. I think that's my rising, my rising Scorpio, and yeah. Pluto and Mars are the reigning planets, right, of Scorpio, and Pluto is going retrograde. I read so much about these things because it's like I love to cook, and I see it as a metaphor for cooking. You go in the kitchen and you know that you're going to. I'm living in Spain right now, like you, Deborah. So if you want to make a paella, you know what ingredients go into the paella, but you want to be special. You want to do it a little bit more, give it a little bit more zest, understand more how the grains just take up the sauce and how you can just get all your senses in there. And I think with tarot, it's the same. You want to look at it from a numerology standpoint. You want to see what astrology has to say about it. You want to see what the ancient sages had to say about it. Hermeticism, um, alchemy. It all goes in one soup, and it makes sense to some. In this case, to me, it makes sense. I go like, these are all aha moments. Like, yes, yes, it's there. It makes sense, and this is where you say it's feeding yourself with everything that you can to reach your highest self, and to feel the joy and the excitement without having to be able to say where it comes from, but because you know the elements, and you know some of the astrology that's going on because you listen to, for instance, Pam Gregory, which is also one of my favorites, but also Deborah Silverman, because she's raw astrology. She goes everywhere. And for the tarot, I listen to your podcast, and because you're so inspired and you have this divine thing within you. It's almost mystic, you know, different from a Joe Mettelione. This guy also inspires me. Um, so we get it from everywhere. The Kabbalion, what you talked about in your last, I think, your last or before last video. So what I want to say is, it's in fact, it doesn't even matter. Before we started this streaming, it all it's all there. It all. Without this, we can also do it.
Yes.
Without the tarot, we can do it. But thanks for all the tools that we have to reach our higher self and to connect with the divine and connect with you and with others. That is precious, isn't it?
It's so you're precious, Hannah. You're precious. But yes, it is precious, and I agree. And I want to just show you this deck, because you were talking about the wisdom. Had you know this deck?
No,
I
no,
don't think I
no,
was
no
into
Sufi
it when we
tarot.
did the course.
No.
Sufi tarot. Now,
Ah,
this
wow.
follows
Yeah,
Sufi wisdom. And
the
if you,
Sufi
anyone that's read my
tradition.
books
Yeah.
knows that I'm into Rumi and Rumi's quotes. And
Oh,
so
I
the
love
Sufi
Rumi.
is all about, Rumi's wisdom and yeah,
What a
it's really
great
beautiful.
poet.
And I use that deck a lot for my own readings. When I read for other people, I tend to use the Rider Waite, but I use the Sufi. So I mean, and you mentioned the Kabbalah before, and of course the Kabbalah is connected to tarot. And
Oh,
so
yeah.
tarot has so much. And then, we've got friends who are artists, of course, and they notice the colors and the pictures and the details, and they get intuitive messages that way. I mean, each card in tarot is absolutely packed, isn't it? With the wisdom, the numbers, the astrology, the elements, the colors, everything, the Kabbalah, I mean, all of it. So really, and then you said we can do it without. And I totally agree with you because the number of times I do a reading, and I did one yesterday for a friend of ours, and I literally said something, and then I showed the next card, and the next card said exactly what I had just said and confirmed
Yeah,
exactly.
because it's energy resonance,
It,
isn't
it
it?
happens all the time, but so we don't need the tarot, but we don't need any one of these little, I call them self-realization tools. They're
Tools. Yeah.
self-realization. They're ways to help us realize more
What's already there.
what's
Yeah,
already there.
yeah,
Exactly. It's help
yeah.
us realize what's already there. So the tarot is just a tool that helps us
Yeah.
channel what's already there, and helps
Amen.
us
That's it.
channel our higher self. And I think our souls have chosen, for example, my excitement over tarot tells me that my soul chose to have an exciting tarot reading journey, and that I was going to connect with my higher self through tarot. Other people will use art, or like you said, with your cookery. And I have been fortunate enough to experience your cookery. So
Oh,
I
oh yes.
know how beautiful and wonderful you are in the kitchen with all of that. But that's part, your soul obviously chose to express yourself through various different channels. Mine clearly this lifetime was not through cookery. Um, so yeah, it is just a tool, but it's more than a tool, isn't it? Because it's self-realization, and it to me it enhances the journey.
Yeah, it does. It does. Does it ever? Does it ever?
Yes. Wow. Ladies, how are you feeling?
Oh, energized.
Oh, brilliant. Is there anything else? Any other guidance? Guests, guidance, tarot wisdom. Any other guidance that we want to share or any experiences that we want to share? I think you've frozen again, Henna. Lila, are you still there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I
still
lost
there
you. I
because
lost you. I don't know. Sometimes it just. This is Spain, Deborah. This is Spain. Unless you have the top notch equipment, we're gonna lose it. We're gonna lose connections here and there. So just have to accept it.
Go
It's
with the
good.
flow.
Go with the flow. Yeah.
Okay. So, Lila, were you going to say something then?
I think the the silence for me, you, Hannah, and my silence, I think it's like a completion for this opportunity to speak and visualize in your podcast. So I will thank you and that you asked me. And yeah, for me, it's complete.
Yeah, perfect.
I'm
Thank you
very
so
happy.
much.
I'm
Yeah,
very
thank you so
happy.
much, Laila. Laila, can you let us know how we can contact you? Can you let us know what services you offer and how people can contact you? I will put all the links in the description, but please let us know.
Do you want to know it now?
Yeah,
Or?
yes, yeah, if you want to share.
Yeah. You can contact me on Taya Academy. So, and then email Laila at Taya Academy or Instagram Taya.academy. So,
Okay, I'll put all those links in the description.
yes,
And you
thank
do
you.
the tarot and the numerology as well, don't you?
Yes, and the hand reading. So,
And the
hand
hand reading,
palm
yes, of course.
reading.
Wow.
Mm.
And you could do all of that together. So yeah, that would be really exciting. Yeah. And Henna, yes, let us know how we can contact you, how people can get in touch with you.
Well, as I said, I'm a I just started the tarot reading, and I have been absent for quite a few years because of a hip operation. So I did not give any yin yoga lessons. I started with the yin yoga lessons a couple of months ago, and I gave them free of charge. So I did not feel called to have a page or anything. But as my roads are now parallel to Lila's, and we want to set up a couple of workshops when Lila is going to be in Spain at the end of summer. Yes, so I will have a service offering then. For now, people can reach me through email, hgardenslen@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to do whatever is needed or called for. But thank you so much. I really, really enjoyed it. I really
Thank
enjoyed our talk.
you. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. So Lila's coming to Spain shortly, and you guys are going to be doing some workshops together, and I'm really looking forward to that. So I get to see you both in person. That will be really exciting. So I'm looking
Yes.
forward to that. All right. Thank you so much, ladies, for being my first guests on Truth and Tarot Time. And I look forward to keeping in touch with you both. And thank you to anyone that got to the end of our video. We love you all. And see you next time.
See you, Deborah. See
Bye
you, my love.
bye.
Bye
Bye.
bye.